and I live in Shillong, Northeast India. I received LYN training a couple of years ago, and it has changed my life completely. It has changed me altogether. I received Christ in back in 1997, and the way I was taught, or the way I was brought up in Christ, uh, made me a little offensive while sharing my testimony or sharing the gospel with people. And that had many bad effects on my sharing, and I would never see people actually being opened up for the gospel or even receiving Christ. That was very discouraging to me, and I would always wonder why people don't listen to me or why people don't really respond positively. If I think about an example, I think my dad would be a very good example for this. When I got saved, my dad was a priest in a temple, and I was being raised as the future priest. Now, when I accepted Christ, I became a follower of Jesus, and I also became much familiar with the Bible. Now I knew how to argue with a person and win the argument because now I'm familiar with both the scriptures. So that's what I did with my dad. I would have long arguments with him, and the good thing was I would always win in those arguments. But the bad thing is, at the end, I lost my father, and he refused to listen to me altogether, and he refused to accept Christ altogether. And I started wondering, why is this thing happening? I'm so good in debate, I'm so good in arguments, but I just don't win people. And then came a time when I received Love Your Neighbor training, and then I understood what's wrong. Then I understood where I need to change. And that's what I started doing. Rather than attacking people with the gospel, I brought the gospel to them now in a way that they would appreciate. So what the biggest change for me was, that I would never listen to people earlier than training. But now, yes, I know how to listen actively and then respond equally to them. That was the biggest change for me. And also, I understood the process, how people actually receive Christ, especially our Hindu neighbors. So now I'm being more effective in bringing the gospel to our neighbors. Before I received Love Your Neighbor training, I can count on my fingers how many people I have shared the gospel with. But after receiving the Love Your Neighbor training, I've just forgotten the number because I'm able to share with so many people the gospel, and I'm able to explain them and make them understand what the gospel is. And gradually, when I entered into church planting ministry, it is really helping us now to bring the gospel to our neighbors in a way that they not only understand the gospel but also appreciate the gospel.